Hello guys, Omni here. It is time. The Wonder Woman 1984 trailer is finally here. They streamed it live from an event down in Brazil and it is now just hit the internet. So let's go ahead and not wait any longer because that's what I've pretty much been doing all day at this point. So let's go ahead and let's check it out.
My life hasn't been what you probably think it has. We all have our struggles.
Have you ever been in love?
A long, long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
You?
So many times, yeah, all the time.
Really leaning into it though. I love it.
Welcome to the future. Life is good, but it can be better. And why shouldn't it be?
Pedro Pascal.
All you need is to want it.
Nice.
Think about finally having everything you always wanted.
I can save today, but you can save the world.
Steve.
What?
No. I take what I want and
What is
turn it.
that?
Everyone will see.
I love Pedro, man.
The world needs you.
What? Dude.
Nothing good is born from lies. And greatness is not what you think.
What? What? Holy crap, man.
It's all art. That's just a trash can.
It's just a trash can. Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. June 5th. Please. That was awesome. So I watched a little bit of the live stream before going into this, and I cut away when they started to show the trailer because the live stream quality was not that great, and I figured they'd be posting it right after anyway. Okay, so Steve Trevor, at least for what we get from it in this trailer, does appear to have skipped some time because she at least kind of has some familiarity with what's been going on in the world, though she's kind of been laying low, it seems, in some sort of fashion. This all's kind of new to him. Something happened when, between then and there. It seems like he's missing some time. And they said, Patty Jenkins said that bringing Chris Pine back into this as Steve Trevor is integral to the actual plot and story that they're going for. How that comes into play, no idea. But at least kind of seeing how he's interacting with things, he seems to have just been plooped out into the future for some reason. Maybe I'm not really going to try to speculate too deeply into it. Some other little nuggets that the trailer doesn't get into is we had Kristen Wiig who is going to be Cheetah. We see her in her human-ish form here, but they talked about how this movie is going to be blending a lot of practical effects, a lot of stunt work, a lot of real locations, real settings, real people doing real things with only the assistance of CGI. And they did say that her character gets to a point in the movie where, prosthetics can only go so far and it needs some digital assistance. So I think that is safe to say she's going to be going all full on Cats mode with her Cheetah form, I hope, towards the end. I know there's some iterations of Cheetah where she's pretty much just an enhanced human. But I've always been a fan of the human cheetah elements of it. So I really hope they lean into that. But I think their little discussion, their little presentation before the trailer actually dropped kind of leads into that a little bit. But Max Lord, a business tycoon, getting some power at a cost, whatever that might be. It seems to be some type of maybe supernatural element brought into it. I'm not too sure what that rock that he was coveting was there in his office, how he's going to play into the story. I know Kristen Wiig's character is, at least in the comics, is an archaeologist in most of those. So I wonder if this is something maybe she obtained for him and then it gave her powers, somehow affected him in some way. I don't know. I'm really curious to see how this goes out, but it looks fantastic. The 80s vibe, I still don't know how much they're going to lean into it. I mean, the trailer just dives right into it. And, you kind of get to re-experience it through new set of eyes by bringing Steve Trevor just, 40 years into the future and experiencing all these wicked 80s things, the music, the sights, the sounds, the looks of everything, the advances in technology, all of it. We're going back to Themyscira, and we get to see whatever that kind of Olympic kind of training thing going on, whatever that was. See, there's only some things I'm up to date on as far as Wonder Woman's lore, but I know enough to get me by, so I'm not sure if that has some significance, if that's part of their training, if it's some kind of event. And then there's the armor at the end with the wings and they looked like an eagle helmet. Looked wicked, very, very gold. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It looks crazy. Oh my gosh. And then the lightning, the Tarzaning across the lightning bolts. What the crap is that? It looked, I don't care if it's physically possible. I don't care. It looked awesome. That run on the highway there with all the trucks and she bam, smash and flipping and woo. Like, it looks awesome. I wish we could have seen her going up against Cheetah just a little bit, but this is the first trailer, so I think we're going to hold off on seeing that probably a little bit later. They did say it's going to be action-packed. There's going to be a lot of things to look forward to, a lot of great battles. So I highly doubt she's just going to be beating up thugs the entire time. So maybe I don't want to see it. Maybe I want to not have that spoiled, because that's one of the things that, at least with some of the DC trailers for a while, has been showing a little too much of the final fight. So maybe if that's what it comes down to, maybe just lean out of it. Maybe this will be enough going into it. But I don't know. It looks awesome. I love Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, as Diana. I just love it. Steve Trevor, played by Chris Pine, is always great. He's just such a charming dude, and I just always seem to find a way to love him in whatever he's playing. Man, so many great Chris's, but Gal, man, just embodies this character and this feel, and Patty Jenkins knows the character very well in a way to translate it onto the screen. I can't wait. I'm excited for this film. It looks fun. It looks awesome, energetic, but it still has that tonal heart, that through line that I feel like will connect this to where we see Diana later in BVS. So it doesn't seem like it's out of place, though it will beg to question what happens to Steve between 1984 and when we find them in BVS. Because he doesn't seem to be around anymore, so does she have to lose him all over again? Or is he only back currently due to some kind of mystical means, some need for Wonder Woman to persevere and overcome whatever this threat is? Maybe it's some kind of, gift from Olympus to help her through her struggle here. Maybe this is something she needs, and once she reaches the climax of the film, achieves what she needs to achieve, so maybe that's the end of his time. Maybe it's I don't know, it's like a spirit guide kind of thing. I don't know. I don't really know. I'm sure they're going to explain it for sure once we get into the movie itself. But those are just some of my ideas. What are some of your ideas? What is your takeaway from this trailer so far? Sound off in the comments. I'm passing this off to you guys. So sound off. We'll have that conversation in the comments after the video. But wow, man, I was blown away by this. I can't wait to see what the next trailer is going to be, because it's going to be even more packed. And if you can watch the live stream of it, there's some pretty good information to get on this going into it. It is a little bombastic. They do like hype this up so much. There's a lot of hype work, light work. It looks fun though. It's wicked, like with the crowd and participation, cosplaying stuff going on. It was really cool. So if you could check that out and hear what Gal Gadot and Patty Jenkins has to say about the film going into it. There's also a little cast thing with Chris Pine, Pedro, Pascal, and Kristen Wiig that they do, which was pretty cool. So check that out. It's a little interesting, and we'll talk about everything else down in the comments. I'm sorry for running on, ranting, and rambling at this point. So if you like the video, make sure to support the channel by liking, commenting, subscribing. But wow, man, it's a good time to be a DC fan, I gotta say. Between this and then Crisis on Infinite Earths later tonight, even if you don't like the Arrowverse and all that kind of stuff, and you're just purely the DCEU kind of fan, appreciate DC. DC is DC, and I just want to see DC get some love here. And you know, it's finally turning things around a little bit, and I'm really excited to see what the future is for some of the DC films, TV, streaming, all that kind of stuff here in the future. So sound off in the comments. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.